Welcome to my channel Daily Bulletin News. Days of Our Lives just shocked us with dramatic murder and paternity reveals. But what does it mean as far as who's going and who's staying? All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. Forget the 4th of July. The real fireworks on Days of Our Lives happened the next day. Lee's murderer was finally revealed, and it was almost entirely out of left field, and Gabi did not waste a second in righting EJ's wrongs in dramatic fashion. Plus, a soap was cancelled and given a second life, and Bobby finally popped up again, determined never to disappear again. So let's dive right in. The truth is loose. Okay, Friday was a good episode. I was a little worried after that 4th of July episode. It was alright, but nothing spectacular. Days of Our Lives mentions pretty much every holiday ever, so I was really hoping for more family gatherings and a summery feel to the 4th, rather than kids hanging out in the pub and parents calling each other over to talk about lacrosse camp. You know, like any other day of the week. But then we got Friday. I had more than a few suspicions that Gabi would not be happy with keeping Jude's paternity a secret, but her being that messy and telling everyone at a press conference was such a freaking blast. And I get it. Coming out of prison and being kept from her daughter a second time has got to have her hypersensitive to the thought of a child being kept from his parents. But doing it at the press conference EJ threw to make himself look good is just prime Gabi vindictiveness, for a good cause. And Sherry Jimenez did such a good job with that. I could feel Gabi's satisfaction as she drew that out, toyed with EJ, then just dropped the boom on him. So what's next? Nicole, I'm guessing, is going to run straight to Eric and stop him from leaving. Actually, we know from spoilers that she's going to do just that on Tuesday. We know they have an airport set. We saw it with the Gwen/Theresa switch. So maybe we'll even get a dramatic airport reunion, or as much of one as we can get in a post-9/11's world. The point is, pull out all the stops. Ariane Zucker is leaving in 3 weeks, so let's see some of her fire aimed at EJ. Either way, he's just lost everything. Nicole, the baby, his Demmer shares. Probably the DA position. EJ is toast. I really don't know how they're going to juggle this, but I'm fairly certain that neither Holly nor Eric is leaving, so I've got no clue how they're going to send Zucker off. Killer Connie. Connie killed Leigh. Connie killed Leigh. I called it. Seriously, I laid out that theory earlier in the week here. Or did she just fantasize about it? Or, here's something out of left field. Did Leigh get her to go along with faking his murder by appealing to her true crime obsession and assuring her that she could get in on the fun without facing actual jail time? Either way, I knew the timing of her reappearance was suspicious. If it is real though, I guess poor Connie's time is just about up. So did Bobby spot her leaving the crime, or is there another twist coming? Why does he know anything about Leigh? Is he just making this up because he knows that now that Gabi is out, Leigh's murder is up for grabs? Blake Barris is great with differentiating Bobby and Everett in pretty much every tick and mannerism. Bobby's just a creep. Though I liked that they had Jetta point out that most alters aren't violent. Grow up. I still don't understand why they're so committed to making Alex such an obnoxious, spoiled brat. Good for Justin for being the better person and not decking his son when he was called cousin, but I really hope this wedding to Theresa goes forward, because that's going to sting all the more when it falls apart. Something has got to knock Alex down a peg and inject some humility in him. And it's all the more apparent when you contrast with Sanders' growth in turning down Maggie's money. I suppose that's the point, to show us how real they would act, but I think I'd like it better if I cared about Alex, and the truth coming out would be heartbreaking for us to see, rather than sublimely satisfying. Saved from cancellation. I'm not gonna beat around the bush here and say that Abby and Kate's soap opera discussion was remotely subtle, but I am intrigued by the idea that they're going to fold body and soul into Days of Our Lives lore proper, Much like One Life to Live's Fox Soap, Fraternity Row. It's out of left field and they really fudge the reasoning of why Abi would be the right man to head this up, but at least it's giving him and Kate something to actually do. Also, I realized why they're going to buy the rights to Body and Soul instead of starting a new one. Budget. Days of Our Lives, that is, not Kate's.